We don't know what we're made of. The same thing we're afraid of might improve. We'll stay up all night, just lay up. Use half of this best stuff to make moves. I'm looking for somebody I can call, looking for the only one who I can give my all to. Tell me if it's you. Tell me if it's you. Said you can be my teacher, I do homework. You can give me extra credit, baby, I'll do more work. What you wanna do?
Hey girls. Okay y'all, so I just finished doing a wig tutorial. In fact, I'm about to edit it, but I think what I need to do first, because it's been a long day of me trying to get this wig together, I'm gonna eat something first. But y'all, I freaking love how this wig came out. Normally when I do my installs, I don't really like cut in them or anything. I just try to put them on and curl them and make them look as pretty as possible. But with this one, I just did like a little bit of a trim, girl, right here, and it made such a big difference. But this one, I'm not gonna lie y'all, this is one of my favorite units. I was like, damn, like thinking like if this was gonna be one of the ones that I was gonna sell, I don't think I'm gonna sell this one. I'm gonna keep it to myself. But anyway, y'all, before I get to editing, any of you girls out there that have not heard the news about a company called Navient. Navient is a company that owned, I don't want to say they owned Sallie Mae, but I'm going to say Sallie Mae was under their umbrella. And Sallie Mae student loans was recently, or Navient, the company recently basically was fined for like $120 million. And that's because they were seeing like Sallie Mae was not working with people. They were like telling them that they were not eligible for forbearances when in fact they were. And even if the people did get a forbearance, they was just trying to like charge extra fees. And you know, it was so many people that were paying their student loan on time, but some kind of way they were still accumulating all of these additional fees and interest and stuff. So anyway, there is like a huge lawsuit and they're trying to figure everything out. But Navient is no longer in business, or either they're no longer in the business of servicing student loans. And I wanted to say all of that to let you girls know that if you have had a Sallie Mae loan in the past, you may not have to do anything. I think they'll start reaching out to y'all or whatever to let you guys know, but there's no action required on your part. So I've been meaning to talk about that, but it's just been kind of slipping my mind in these vlogs. But anyway, girls, let me get to editing this this sponsorship and make me some food, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna give you girls a call back. Girl, oh, I was on TikTok. Y'all know when y'all can't find me, baby, I'm either over here working or I'm on TikTok. But anyway, y'all, this little girl, she had a baby doll, and y'all, she was whooping that doll and like y'all trying to God forgive me, I don't mean to laugh. Oh my God, y'all, I swear y'all, I'm not trying to laugh. I hope I don't have lipstick on my teeth. So the little girl, she was whooping that doll and just like,
you not getting no food. You ain't getting no dinner. You going to bed without no food.
And this little girl was only like about 3. Y'all, she was tearing that little girl, that baby doll up. And I just felt so sad for that little girl, because I'm gonna be honest, and maybe I'm wrong, but I just be feeling like when little kids play with toys, like when I observe little kids that play with dolls, and the way that they kind of nurture and parent the doll, I always feel like that's the way that they have been nurtured and that they have been parented. So I'll see like a little boy or a little girl, and they'll be so nurturing and so kind and so loving towards the doll. And then rarely do I see this, but I see it sometimes, like where the kid is very aggressive and mean and, you know, very, you know, sometimes even violent towards the doll. And so I always just think to myself, like, where did they learn that? Like, you have to be experiencing that at home. And it just makes me wonder, like, you know, what's going on at the house. But anyway, so I have a Diddy update, and this is actually kind of segueing from a little kid onto what's going on with him. But anyway, so today it came out that there are minors involved in the case, one as young as, at the time, 9 years old, and the 9-year-old was assaulted by him. It's really, really sad. But when I was on TikTok a few weeks ago, they were interviewing this PDF file, and they asked him, how do you choose a child when you decide that you're going to assault a child? How do you choose? And he was like, I don't choose a child, I choose the parent. And he said he chooses the parent that's basically like desperate for love, or they be like, oh, I just want somebody that's gonna love my kids. He said that's how he makes his decision, based off of that or whatever. But I'm like, what parent wouldn't want a person that's coming into your life to love your kids? So there has to be another element to that. I'm thinking, like, is the other element, like, you see, maybe the person is saying you want someone to love your kids, but you see a somewhat of neglect. Because guys, believe it or not, I have witnessed women and men, the minute a new person comes into their life, they neglect their kids. That new person becomes the end all and the be all. And I've seen it time and time again. You know, dads that would normally be highly active in their child life, they get a new girlfriend, and then, you know, their weekend is pushed back to 2 weekends, and then 3 weekends, and before you know it, 2 months have gone by and they haven't spent time with the kids because they got this new person. Or either with moms, most of the time kids are staying with the mom, they'll get a new boyfriend, and it's just different forms of neglect. You know, like, she's not spending as much time with the kids are spending more time alone, or even the way that she might cook different meals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, typically, if you are, maybe you're making something quick for your kids or for the kids, but then when you cook for him, it's just this blown out, extravagant 10-course meal or whatever, and you're doing that every single day to, like, impress the guy or keep him around or whatever. And I think that people pick up on that. Now, if I met a guy and I noticed that he was being neglectful towards his kid, for me, that would be a turnoff. That would be a huge turnoff. But for some people, it's not. Or if I met a guy and he was always, you know, trying to push the kids off, even if they were around, you know, pushing them off so they could go to their room and do stuff, like, that will bother me, because it's like, I want to see how you interact with your kids or whatever, especially if you've brought me around and I'm going to be around. I want to see the interaction or whatever. So yeah, but it's just sad that a person will sit there and they will kind of observe how you treat your kids and that type of thing. And from there, they can just kind of tell, like, okay, these kids are going to be an easy target. Anyway, girls, y'all, it is after 9. I need to clean up this bathroom. Do y'all get tired of me watching me clean my house up? I mean, I be feeling like y'all be getting tired, but I just feel like, as an adult, 2 of the things that you're going to be constantly doing as an adult is paying bills and cleaning up. Like, that's going to be the majority of what's going on or whatever. But so I don't know. I'm like, do they want to watch me clean up this bathroom? But anyway, girls, I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick. I am probably gonna relax for a few minutes and then do a little bit of cleaning, and then I'll give you guys a call back when I'm done.
Well, they weren't supposed to know about each other. Okay. It feels like he definitely wanted to make sure that she was white with that comment.
Girl, y'all, have y'all had a chance to watch Love is Blind season 7? Baby, when I tell you they didn't want me out already, I am so disappointed with this season. Maybe it'll get better, but I'm very disappointed. they didn't brought this same girl on here, on here that they had on here, not the same girl, but the same personality. Like, you know, she is dropping these like hints, trying to like imply that she fine, she, you know, got a cute shape. Now, don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful girl, but it's like, she's like, yeah, I was always like the cheerleader that like dated the football player or whatever. And so she's talking like that, and she keeps saying some yabs, like, you know, the really hot quarterback. That's, yeah, that's the kind of girl. Like, yeah, just the head cheerleader dating the quarterback. And it's like, she just keeps saying it over and over again. And then, like, she knows that, like, by her saying that, it's going to get the party going. It's going to make the men want her. So anyway, girl. So then she starts backpedaling, like, what if you don't like me? Like, because one of the guys, he was like, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you looking smoking hot in your swimsuit. And so she was just like, well, what if you don't like me? Like, what if my body isn't what you thought? And I'm like, girl, you done did all of that time about how fine and cute and sexy you are, and now you're backpedaling. So anyway, girl. So I guess they decide to get together or whatever. And then it's like, they got quite a few black couples on there. One couple, the guy reminds me so much of myself because he is not like an argumentative person. And the problem with people who don't argue, we don't argue, we just leave. And it's like the first sign of like, oh, okay, this is going to be a problem. It's really like no coming back from that. You just go away. And so him and the girl, they had a disagreement in one episode, and she must have said some really harsh things to him because he was telling her like, I don't allow anyone to call me anything other than my name. So she must have been calling him out of his name and just going off on him or whatever. And so he was like, to be very honest with you, this was my intent of coming here today was for this to be our last conversation. So he kind of over it already. And so I was like, see, it's all good when you're in the pods, but then when you come out of the pods, that's when your real personality starts to show. The moodiness, the times where you just don't want to be bothered, and that's fine. I get it. We all go through that. You guys know that I deal with that. Not that I don't want to be bothered, but I do go through my times of what I don't want to talk. But the thing is, you have to be able to communicate that. You can't just shut down on people and expect them to read your mind and understand that you don't feel like talking or you're sleepy or whatever. That's why you got to open your trap and say something. So yeah, girl. But anyway, so it's pretty interesting or whatever. It was very hard to get through like all of the episodes. But yeah, so girls, what we need to do is go upstairs to get the car, and we need to cancel this damn membership, girl. Y'all, Mr. Car Wash has increased the membership to $70. But when I went online, it's $40. So I'm like, which one is it? So I'm about to cancel the membership and re-register for the cheaper one. So that's what we're about to do. But let me put on like some eyebrows. I have my my quartz rollers. Girls, if you deal with inflammation like around your eyes, you need this, and you need to freeze it. I've noticed like freezing it and just rolling it and then bringing it down. Normally I do it like 20 times like this. After 20 times of me doing it like this, I'll just take, wait a minute. Yeah, you can just do it 20 times like this. And then I take the smaller end and I move the fluid down like that. And it has really made just a really big difference. But y'all, it's just a casual day. I'm not like gonna be like super glammed or whatever because it is a little bit late in the evening. I had a long day yesterday because I had to edit that hair sponsorship and I wanted it to be really, really good. Like I'm trying to step my game up as far as like, you know, my sponsorships and my editing and just, you know, just different things like that, because I really want to get the attention of, you know, more brands and stuff and start getting more sponsorships, because if I could just be honest, y'all, it's been really slow. It's been slow. So yeah, I'm just looking for different opportunities and stuff like that. But anyway, let me I guess I'll put on a little bit of an eyebrow, girl. I ain't trying to scare the people or nothing. Let me do that. And then I need to go get this membership thing so we can cancel it. And I don't know, we might go to the store and get something to eat for tonight, but I don't know yet. I'll give you guys a call back. So we got the, there we go. So we got the number, so I'm just about to load it in. But anyway, so y'all, remember about a week ago, all of those fine men that Cardi was looking for? Well, they on the 3rd floor of where I live. I was like, girl, it's some nice looking fellas on the 3rd floor, girl. Okay, so let's see here. Manage memberships, link existing memberships. Girl, y'all, I have been fiending wanting these pork chops or whatever. So I actually made my own like little shake and bake concoction, and I used some breadcrumbs with these like fried onion type of things. It was so good. So I think I might make that tonight. I've been cooking a lot more lately instead of just eating out. Girl, they trying to big boy me on this road, baby. You better get off the way. Yeah, girl, trying to come up on me all fast. But anyway, so I've been cooking a lot lately, and I've just been really just focused on saving money, you know, because the prices of groceries, that shit is expensive, and it's just me. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You know, it is a sad day when it's just, I'm single, it's just me, but it's cheaper for me to go out to eat than it is to buy groceries. But I just be trying to be like healthy and, you know, just try to know what's in my food. And then too, the food goes a long way. And not to mention, like, sometimes I can cook something, I can go out to eat, and I might not want to eat that same food the next day, you know? So I'm just trying to be cognizant and economical. But yeah, girl, I have been wanting those pork chops so bad. But I need to probably, I need to chill, like, you know, maybe like, cause I heard pork is like not good for you, but I be getting like the lean cut with the bone in, because they be like a little bit more juicy or whatever. So yeah, girl, so I'm thinking about making that with this delicious like garlic pasta that I want to make, but I just have to kind of be careful with the garlic, because for some reason, I don't know if it's just because I'm not like a super thick girl, but when I eat garlic, it kind of, you know, if I eat too much, I be feeling like I smell like garlic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to figure out something else, as far as I will have a little bit of garlic in it, maybe garlic powder, instead of the actual like cloves, if you will. I hope I'm saying that right. So maybe girl, this is a hoodlum neighborhood, girl. I told y'all in Houston, baby, I don't care where you live, you can live in the lap of luxury, baby. You make the wrong turn on the wrong block and it's the show enough hood, girl. I didn't turn the corner and it's about 10 dudes standing outside. I don't know if they trying to flag down they plug. They like, what's up? Imagine turning the corner and you see 10 dudes doing that. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Okay, girl, I'm at Kroger's and I have to Kroger. I have to watch my back, because I'm not just anybody, you know what I'm saying? So this the hood Kroger, and I needs to be vigilant and aware. But let me run in here and grab a few things, and I might see you girls when I get home. I hate this bitch so bad, y'all. Girl, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Girl, y'all, hold on. Y'all, I'm on TikTok watching the girls react to the Love is Blind. But anyway, this is what I wanted to call y'all back and say. Y'all, Miss Sophia is tired. I don't understand, y'all. My energy is low, girls. This might be a lazy vlog, y'all. My energy is low, and I don't know if it's just like, I can't say it's the weather, guys, because it's still hot outside, but I think it's because it's starting to get a little bit lighter earlier. But y'all, I just want to get in the bed and cuddle. But I'm making some food. Normally I show you guys how I prepare the food, but I ain't feel like it, baby. I just wanted to throw them pork chops in the throw them in a pan and make this pasta. And in fact, let me go check on the pasta. I'll be right back. Yeah, girl, I'm back. But anyway, so y'all, okay, I've been a little bit tired. But anyway, listen, this is what I called y'all back to say too. This gonna be about Love is Blind, so spoiler alert. Well, not really a spoiler alert, just how I feel about some things. I cannot stand a person that will help another person make excuses for being a cheater. So it's this one chick on there. The guy was like, yeah, I pretty much cheated in every relationship. And she's like, you're being too hard on yourself. Because he's been cheated on, but he's also been the cheater. This fool's sitting up here telling him he being too hard on himself. I'm like, girl, you know he gonna cheat on you. So anyway, it's just too much going on. I am so disappointed with this season of Love is Blind, but maybe it'll get better. But y'all, it's just so much going on. But they do have some nice looking couples or whatever. The black couples are pretty nice looking. So anyway, let me finish watching Jamila and I'm gonna call y'all back. So we are getting ready to probably just run a few errands or whatever. So this is what I wanted to talk to you girls about. And this is just a little sneak peek, not even a sneak peek, but this is just a look behind the scenes. I try to be as transparent with you guys as possible. But y'all, I'm very frustrated because these companies, they will play in your face. They will see the type of work you put out. They'll see the type of quality you put out with your work, the efforts that you put out with your work, but they will still try to devalue what you do. So I recently had a company that reached out to me and they were just like, you know, we love your work and, you know, the sense of community that you've built on YouTube and we want to work with you and all of this type of stuff. So you guys already know, I went over to my beloved friend, ChatGPT, and I basically told Chat to type up a response expressing enthusiasm and excitement and interest and also asking for more information. So they came back and they came back with a number that was like such an insult. And so then they came, well, along with that number, it was like the deliverables that they wanted. And so I always try to use ChatGPT because if I don't, my gangster comes out. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like the rage that comes out within me or out of me when I don't use it, when I get an email or get something that is just freaking ridiculous, is not good. So I freestyled this email, and so my email basically says, so you want one dedicated video, you want one story post, you want one video, and you want a YouTube short for this rate. So that's what I said. And so then they came back and they was like, oh no, we're sorry, that was a typo. And I'm like, I didn't say this, but I wanted to just get technical, as my left-handed Capricorn brain often does. And I wanted to say a typo is the misuse or a grammatical error. It is not the over announcement or over communication of deliverables. That's typically not within the lines of what a typo is. I didn't say that, but I wanted to. So anyway, they responded back saying that it was a typo, and then they said that they, no, we just want a video, a dedicated video. So then my response was like, You want a dedicated video for literally an electric spray bottle. I said there is not anything to talk about beyond 30 seconds as far as this product is concerned. Literally, there is nothing to talk about. There is 2 actions. Open the bottle, put fluid in it, and then spray that bitch. That is it. So anyway, I didn't say it like that, but that was my response. And what I said was, if you would like a dedicated video, please understand that you will have to meet my rate, which is this. In addition to that, it would be nice if you can send me a selection of products. You know, it's like, if you want me to do a dedicated video, send me an assortment of products. So then it will make sense. So then they come back and they said, no, we just want to send you this, y'all, a fucking spray bottle. A spray bottle. And they want the video to be 3 to 5 minutes. So instead of me going back and forth with them, getting technical or getting, you know, how I get on these emails, I just politely declined. So anyway, long story short, it just gets really, 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 really frustrating. And right now, the economy is just on a downswing. People are getting laid off. Interest rates are out of control. And typically during election time, things are a little bit better than what they are. And so as a result of that, in my case, and I don't know about anybody else's situation. I'm only speaking about my situation. In my case, I'm noticing that companies want to work with you, but with me, but they don't want to pay me as much as they would typically pay me, and they're putting it on budget constraints or whatever. And so it's just really, really frustrating for me. So anyway, I'm just over it. And it's like, not really knowing, not that I'm not considering, you know, not doing this any longer, but just trying to figure out, you know, a different avenue, because it's just one of those things like with YouTube, that's beyond your control. You can't control your views. You can't control the ad revenue put behind your video. The only thing you can do on YouTube is really put a good faith effort into creating the most eye-catching thumbnails as you can create, and just really trying to do your best in terms of editing, you know, and where it lands is where it lands. You can't control the input on YouTube, but you can absolutely control the output, the quality that you're putting out, the way that you're representing yourself. But it's just very frustrating with these companies. And you know, the thing is, it's like they're gonna try to get as much out of you as possible for as little as possible. And I don't know if that goes away. You know, I don't know if that's something that will go away, you know, as I grow more on this platform, or, you know, is that something that's going to continuously happen? And so anyway, I just wanted to have that conversation with you girls. Let me show y'all my outfit, and we're going to go run these errands, and then we're going to come back home. All right, y'all. So we're just wearing this cute little sweater over our shoulders, like this cute little preppy look. This sweater is from ASOS. These really cute slacks, these are from ASOS as well. This leather bodysuit, corset, whatever you want to call it, is from Ross. And then I just got on some little, like, y'all know my favorite little strappy heels from Nordstrom's. Nothing too fancy. But anyway, girls, let me grab my purse and I'll see y'all when I get in the car.
I'm looking for somebody I can call, boo. Looking for the only one who I can give my all to. Tell me if it's you. Tell me if it's you. Said you can be my teacher, I do homework. You can give me extra credit, baby, I'll do more work. What you wanna do? I wanna get free. Tell me, baby, what.
All right, y'all. So I have a little bit more energy. I know I was a little passionate in that last clip, but you know, sometimes things just get a little bit frustrating just in this, you know, content creating space or whatever. But I know this too shall pass. It's definitely something that's been on my mind for, you know, last few months. I've been really frustrated, but I just haven't wanted to speak out about it, you know, because I'm trying to, I always want to be real and relatable to you guys, but I also don't want to use my platform as like an emotional dumping ground. Like, one thing about me, I am not an emotional parasite. Some people are, you know, emotional parasites, and they just suck and suck and suck and take the life out of you until you don't have anything. And I've been really cognizant of that. And, you know, I know sometimes when you're watching people on social media or TV and they are down or angry or, you know, whatever, energy is transferable. And I think I've come to the resolve of fully understanding that, which is why I have been extremely cautious and cognizant of, you know, just the things that I put out there or whatever. But sometimes I just have to, well, I'm always keep it real, but sometimes I just think that the message that I have to offer is going to outweigh the, you know, my feelings about stuff. And I just wanted to just kind of give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to dealing with these companies. But what I'm going to speak into existence, and I'm just going to make a public declaration that, you know, God is going to bless me with bigger and better opportunities. God is going to bless me with better sponsorships, and, you know, that things will get better. But anyway, so y'all, I was on the phone with my best friend, and she was expressing just some concerns about a new system that she's learning. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, Epic is, you know, that's one of the things that when you learn it, it can change your life. And for all of you girls that don't know what Epic is basically a system that's used for charting and just things overall as it relates to healthcare. And so it's a very broad system. A lot of hospital systems use it. If you are currently at work and you're going through a transition and you're using a system, or you're moving away from a system that you've gotten pretty comfortable with and you're about to start using a new system, guys, hang in there, because you never know where that knowledge is going to take you. So when we start talking about Epic, guys, Epic is basically one of those things that can be life-changing. So when she was telling me about she had been talking about it, but she had never told me the name of the system. And when she told me, I was like, girl, are you serious? I was telling her during the pandemic, I had met someone who was like, oh yeah, we're training with Epic or whatever, and, you know, I can get you into the training, and, you know, it's going to be $3,000. It was some other things that was kind of centered around that, and we'll talk about that later. So what I did when she was expressing just some of her frustrations, I was like, now that I know it's Epic, I really want you to hang in there. If you hang in there and you learn the system and you become a power user, you can go on within the next year or even the next 3 years, and you can become a grand central analyst. Guys, a grand central analyst in the Epic system is basically an entry-level position, but those positions start off at $95,000, and you only need 1 to 3 years of Epic. And so I was just telling her, take this chance to become the best that you can become, and then also learn the way that you learn. And that's one of the things I was telling her. And I'm like, you know, if you have someone and they're training you and they're telling you, if you want to create this particular thing, then you need to click here and click here and click here and click here, and 15, 20, 30 steps. There are cheat codes, guys, on TikTok. I literally went into TikTok and I found some cheat codes for her for the Epic system. I get it. You got a trainer and they're telling you, and I know that they're training you the right way, but for every system, there's always a shortcut. Just hang in there, take it seriously, don't give up, and then be proactive. Start to look at where you could go. Even if you just started learning the system a few months ago, start looking as far as you can in the future of where you could be in a year from now, 2 years from now. But yeah, so you guys let me know if you're going through any software struggles or anything like that at your job. And I am gonna go on to our next destination. Girl, y'all, things a little different down to the HEB, baby. He got the whole, y'all, he got the whole wheelchair wired with a radio system, girl. I said, oh, no, not Teddy P.
Lilo, Peebo, Lou Rawls, Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy P. Number 6, yeah!
Girls, I want to make these like Rice Krispie treats, but different. Like, I want to make them in like a cupcake pan because the portion control is a little bit better. So we might make those, and so I'm just trying to figure out if I got everything. I didn't need a lot of stuff, I just needed a few things, but then we're gonna run over to another store, and then I think we'll go home after that. But I think I need to get some hairspray. Y'all, let me get some hairspray real quick and I'll call y'all back. To all of my pumpkin lover girls, they have pumpkin cranberry crisp, and then they got pumpkin bisque. Y'all, I like pumpkin pie, but I'm not like, I like pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, but I don't think I like anything else pumpkin outside of that. But if you are a pumpkin lover, Trader Joe's is definitely your girl. And also to all of my girls that want to have a really good treat, but that's gonna keep you lean and mean, honey, y'all need to get these. These are the freaking, y'all, these are the best. I literally, and when I say literally, I dream about these. So these are my favorite. These are the white cheddar corn puffs. I probably talk about these more times when I've gone live or whatever. They are so good. So I'm gonna get 2 bags because I always get 2 bags. All right, y'all, and if you guys want like an adult cinnamon toast crunch, y'all need to get these Trader Joe's crunchy cinnamon squares. Y'all, they are so freaking good, and they keep you really, really full. So for me, I probably eat like maybe a cup, maybe a half a cup, and they are amazing. Oof, y'all. So I literally accidentally fell in love with this hair. I had no intentions on keeping this wig until I did the install, and I fell in love with it. It is, y'all, it is so pretty, and I just feel so glamorous. So I received an email from one of you fabulous bombshells, and can I just say, like, y'all, I just feel so blessed. Like, you guys are so kind and so gentle and so sweet. And I know they say like you attract the type of people you attract is the type of person that you are. And if I am even just 1% of the type of ladies that watch me, I am honored. Like, so she sent the email, and you can just feel the kindness radiating from the email, and I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. But you know, I don't normally keep, you know, my wigs. I sell most of them, but I wasn't ready to give this one up. So yeah, but anyway, girls, this one time when I was in the 5th grade, I had to partake in like a science fair. It was kind of like a science and art fair. And so I wasn't so much like a science girl, but I was an art girl. I created like these, it was like a Queen Victoria dress but I showed the progression of like from a Queen Victorian dress all the way up to the present time and present day of how the fashion had kind of duplicated itself. And so I had some like really cute metallic fabric, and I had made like these little 3D dresses, and I put them on like a poster board, and it was good for a kid my age. It was quite impressive actually. But when I took the project to school, my teacher looked at it and I could tell that she was like really impressed. And so she was just like, oh, you know, we just need to add a few things. And so she just kind of started like going through her, like all of her art supplies and all of the bins and stuff that she kept supplies in. And so she had gathered like all of these different like trimmings and stuff. And I just started to see her like work on the project and really just start to like add trim to it and add like different elements to it and frame like the different dresses, as you can see the progression. And she was just doing all of this stuff, and in my mind I was thinking like, ooh, like I'm coming up on her. Yeah, she doing my work for me. She doing my work for me. You know, like, yeah, she working hard for me. And it's just like this thought that I had of like, almost a thought of like, kind of maybe taking advantage. Not, okay, taking advantage. We'll just go with that. So after she finished like doing all of the stuff, the project literally went from probably like a B to like an A+ after she added her touch to it. I ended up getting submitted for the, you know, I placed in the competition, but I ultimately won an honorable mention. So I wasn't number 1, 2, or 3, but I did get an honorable mention. And so I remember just like sitting back, feeling good about myself, feeling like, yeah, I came up, like, yeah, you know, whatever. And never realizing like those thoughts of me feeling like I was coming up on her, I was taking advantage of her, she was working for me, and all I had to do was just sit back and just let her do my work. I realized maybe, you know, as I got a little bit older, because that was really one of my bigger achievements at that age. But as I got older and I would reflect back on that experience, I realized like, no, it wasn't that I was coming up on her or that I was taking advantage of her. It wasn't any of that. It was the fact that she saw something in me to want to go the extra mile, to put the effort into the project, to dress it up, to make it look pretty. So, you know, she saw that in me well beyond and way more in depth than I saw in myself. And so I say all of that to say, if you have ever been in a situation where you see somebody that's going the extra mile for you, they're going above and beyond, they're doing all of this extra stuff for you, what I want people to stop doing is thinking that they're taking advantage of somebody. I freaking hate that, because I'm the type of person, like, if I see something in you and I have something that can help you and I want you to win, baby, we gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to help you succeed, whether that's researching, helping you, whatever, because it's not that you're taking advantage of me or that I'm allowing people to take advantage of me. It's just that I see something in you that is going to be successful, and I see that you might just need a little bit of ribbon or a little bit of trimming on your science project, you know, pun intended, to get you to that next step. And I think for me, one of the things that I freaking hate is like the fact that like people literally think that they're taking advantage of me. I'm like, sis, do you honestly believe I got this far in life and I became a professional corporate thug and I got laid off in the midst of the pandemic, and some kind of way, by the grace of God, I've still been able to maintain and make things happen for myself? Do you honestly think that you taking advantage of me? Really? in my Scooby-Doo voice like, girl, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. My biggest pet peeves is the fact that like people, I guess they assume because you're kind, you're nice, you're giving, you have a funny, quirky, bubbly, fun personality, and then you have patience to top that, that if you do something for them, that you're allowing them to take advantage of me. And so anyway, I say all of that to say this. The idea that somebody would think that they're taking advantage of a person that is clearly trying to help them and go the extra mile, that says more about you. If you literally think you're taking advantage of somebody than it does about the person that's helping you. What it tells me is that maybe sometimes people question, I don't really want to say their worth, or maybe that's what I should say, like, or maybe you're questioning your value, or maybe you feel like you're not worth the extra mile, you're not really worth people going the extra mile. So instead of you looking within yourself and be like, damn, but she must really see something in me to really go this extra mile for me, instead of you thinking that, you literally, you know, you thinking that you came up on somebody, again, it says more about a person that's thinking that than it does about the person that's helping. I just feel like it just says like, you really don't know how much value you possess, and you really don't know how much worth you have, and you really can't see what people see in you. Now, granted, there are people that get taken advantage of, but again, it goes back to what I was saying in regards to, if you are dealing with someone, working with someone, doing business, whatever, and you sense that you're taking advantage of them, or that people can take advantage of them, then it's up to you to pull back, or it's up to you to put yourself in a position where you don't feel like you're one of the ones that took advantage of the person. But whatever you do, please stop thinking that you taking advantage of me. Girl, girl, not these little these little baby ass rollers, baby. So anyway, I need to get off of my little soapbox, but again, that's something that I wanted to speak on, because I want to normalize the fact and the idea that people are not out here letting you take advantage of them. They just see that you're a fucking rock star, and they just want to enhance the rock starness within you. Okay? But anyway, y'all, you know what? Oh, let me stop talking loud, girl. First of all, it is after 1 a.m. in the morning, girl, and I'm over here doing all of this loud talking and stuff. But anyway, I haven't heard my neighbors up there tonight, but I'm sure they gonna have a party jumping on Sunday night again. But y'all, let me finish like rolling my hair and stuff, and taking this makeup off, and taking me a shower so we can get in the bed and cuddle. And then I'll give you guys a call back once I get in the bed. Y'all, do I look like some corn on the cob right now? Oh, it's so cold. Oh my God. Y'all, it is so freaking cold in here. But y'all, this comforter is so warm and cuddly. And then I have this under there. So this is so soft. I actually have 2 of these. But anyway, so y'all look. So this lady, her name is Tina Peters. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what her name is. Y'all look up Tina Peters. Tina literally helped Donald Trump, or one of his cohorts, like defraud the election. And I guess like she must have still been out here like just doing whatever she wanted, showing out on social media, saying she wasn't gonna go to jail. But anyway, girl, she got sentenced to 9 years in jail. But when I tell you that judge put the shamalama ding dong on her, girl, it's like crazy how it's like the same privilege that you think you have and that you flaunting in people's face is a very privilege that will be used against you in a court of law. And so that's what he told her. He was just like, you know, you are very privileged. He was saying like, but you kind of have like the same mentality or the same wherewithal that people who've had substance abuse and other traumatic things in their life happen to them. You have that same process, which makes it even worse because you've not been through anything other than privilege. He was saying like, you didn't even take your job seriously. You failed to get certified, and you basically have enjoyed, basically the clout and all of the things that have come with this or whatever, girl. So he told her up, and then he just read her the sentences, but he was so cold on how he did it. He was like, you're going to get 14 months in the whatever state prison for this, and then you're going to get 6 months for this, and 23 months for this, and 32 months for this. And girl, when it was all said and done, she got 9 years. And then her attorney was like, how did you come up with this determination? And he basically was just like, I don't have time to explain that to you. If you have concerns, you need to appeal it. And I was like, I know that's right. And that's crazy because also with the Diddy trial, the same thing that he flaunted and was so like showy about and boastful about, which was all his money and being a bad boy for life or whatever, that judge used the same thing. He was like, you are too wealthy. Basically, it was his wealth that was keeping him in prison, or that's keeping him in the situation in jail, because he has too much wealth and he was bullying witnesses or whatever. And I was like, never did I think I would see the day where people their privilege would be the thing that kept them in an unfortunate situation. But yeah, the judges are getting smart, and they're using they're using people's privilege against them, and they're using it as a tool to sentence them. But ultimately, it is your actions that put you in that situation. But yeah, girl. So I don't know. I'm sitting up here thinking like, should I try to rewatch Love is Blind? Because they pissing me off. Like, I'm starting to see a lot of reviews and stuff on TikTok about it, and just like I'm starting to see different perspectives. And I wanted to see the, like with the girl I was telling y'all, like the black guy Alex, and I mean the black guy Tim, and the black girl Alex. They did not show the argument, because I was trying to like, damn, did I miss something? But they didn't show the argument or whatever. But I don't know. I just still feel like now that I really like think about it, he does antagonize her with all that old dumbass, I'm a dog and all of this kind of stuff. And he did change from when he was in the pods versus her to how he is now. Okay, I get that, but I ain't gonna lie, she seemed kind of mean to me a little bit. Like, she just kind of has this like little mean like streak in her or whatever, like insulting, his fashion or the way like he picked out a hat, and she was insulting the hat, and she just seems kind of mean-spirited to me. So I don't know about her. I think I'm just about to relax and maybe try to find me something on TV to watch until I fall asleep, and then I'll give you girls a call back tomorrow. So when we get up in the morning, we need to tidy up, and then girl, we gonna try to make them Rice Krispie cupcakes or whatever they gonna be. We'll figure it out. But anyway, I'll see y'all in the morning.
We don't know what we're made of. The same thing we're afraid of might improve. Stay up all night, just lay up. Use half of this best stuff to make moves with, or all of it, of course. And there ain't no room in Paris. We can still fly high and crash, yeah. Just make sure you pass it. No, you can't imagine. Ooh, it's automatic. Life we live is lavish. We don't have to be here if we stay. We don't have to leave if we go. Roll some more, baby. And we ain't too high to see eye to eye. Know you feel the rush from a simple touch, baby. roll some more. Roll some more. How do I say? How do I say?
All right, y'all. Yes, we are back in the bed. It has been gloomy all day, and I've just been wanting to be in my bed and cuddle. But girl, oh y'all want some of this Rice Krispie treat? Y'all look, it's so good. Oh my god, let me break y'all off a piece. It's so crispy and crunchy and sweet and gooey and buttery and soft. Yeah, I feel like I'm in heaven every time I take a bite. Girl, you know what? I need some good cold milk to go with this. Look at that marshmallow. Ooh, look at that marshmallow pool. Oh my gosh, this bed feels so good. So I just took me another shower and I scrubbed my feet and my face and I had put on a mask. And of course, you know, I threw the wig on because I didn't want y'all to see me in my bunny, girl. So I was like, you know what? The bombshell's been showing up for me. The least I could do is throw on a wig, so I won't have to come back down to the thing with my bonnet on. But anyway, so y'all want to hear about why I didn't get that epic training? So I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to end this vlog on a funny note. So anyway, girl, at the time, I had started my own little business or whatever. It was like a loan signing business. And I had met this guy and he was like, I'm going to introduce you to my friend because my friend is also into loan signing. He owns his own business. So anyway, he introduces me to the friend. The friend seems to be a nice guy. He had his business going. He had everything kind of, popping or whatever. So he had rented out a space in like this office building, kind of in the hood, but it don't matter because I saw the progression there. Or not really the progression, but I just saw like the vision, if you will. So anyway, girl, he was a nice dude or whatever. So we would go out to eat and do stuff and he would give me like money here and there. It wasn't anything, like that big. And it was never an intimate sexual relationship or nothing like that. Even though he tried, it never got to that point. But anyway, so he was just like, I was just telling him like, I don't know if I'm, I think I invested too much money into this loan signing business because it's just not what I expected or whatever. So then he was like, well, I know another opportunity that you can get into, which was the epic thing. And so that's when he told me about it. So anyway, he was just like, I know where you can do the training and this and that, and I got a hookup and all of this and all of that or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool, or whatever. And this just shows you, let me just say this. A lot of times people, very crafty people, be it men or women or whatever, they will see what they deem is what hooks you because everybody has a different hook. My hook tends to be like, I like to learn. I'm kind of like an intellectual. I'm a nerd. So if it's an opportunity for me to learn something and then make some money from it, that's what's going to get me hooked. Or whatever. That's what, maybe if I think he was just kind of like, oh, well, I ain't gonna be able to get her with food and get her with money, but if I promise her this opportunity where she can make a lot of money, then I can get her with that. So anyway, he was telling me he had to hook up on the class and all of this kind of stuff or whatever, girl. So he was just like, you're gonna have to go to the Midwest and because the Epic office is in Midwest, it's in Madison, Wisconsin. And so he was just like, yeah, like, it's going to cost this much, but I got to hook up. Y'all, he wasn't American, by the way. But anyway, he was like, yes, they're going to take care of your feedings. You get 3 feedings a day. And I was just like, Like basically they'll cover it's gonna cost this price, but they're gonna cover your lodging and your feedings. And I was like, feedings? And he was just like, yeah. And he was like, they would give to you food 3 times a day, your feedings. And then I was just like a feeding like a zoo animal. Zoo animals get feedings, sir, not humans. So anyway, so of course I was still interested. So he had sent me like all of these modules and tutorials, and he was like, well, just start looking over this stuff or whatever, and then the next class is going to start on this date, and you know, I got the hookup, so don't worry about that or whatever. So basically, y'all, why was this man trying to like get me to lay it low and spread it wide? I said that's not happening. Like, why would you think I'ma lay up with you for a class? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be feeling like men will use anything to dangle over your head to get what they want out of you. And I'm just like, sir, you have got to be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, I felt like the opportunity was legitimate, but the way that he wanted it to happen was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so I was just kind of like, you know, and y'all, let me back up for a second. He literally took me to a place in Houston where all of these people were going through the epic training. Like they it's like, I don't know if it's still there, but it was a facility off of Bissonnette. And it was kind of like, Bissonnette is like a real hood neighborhood. But you can rent business offices and stuff for dirt cheap over there because it's such a bad neighborhood. So girl, we went over there or whatever, and when we went in the building, it was legit in terms of like they had their studying station, the classroom, they had everything set up perfectly or whatever. But it was just the fact that he thought that I was gonna lay up with him or lay down with him or lay around with him, or however you want to put it, for a damn class. And girl, mind you, what I didn't tell y'all, girl, this man looked like a shorter version of Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Willie? I mean, it was just awful or whatever. But I didn't think that, well, you know what, let me not say that I didn't think, because I just feel like not all the time, but sometimes when you meet people, or it's like, okay, as a entrepreneur, as from what my experience is as an entrepreneur, or what my experience has been, if you meet men out, they're always going to try to get you to do something that to me is they're always trying to get something out of you that has nothing to do with the business or the service that you provide. You know what I'm saying? They're always trying to be unethical. And I think it's because when you are an entrepreneur, you run your own stuff, there is no HR, there is nothing, you know, anything like that. And then you're meeting another entrepreneur. And then also it could just speak to the fact of like, that's what they're used to. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, how you gonna proposition somebody to have sex with you for a class? Like, come on, sir. And so anyway, I just feel like it's so many men out there that think that women are gonna easily compromise their standards to benefit in a way, when ultimately it's like you're benefiting. Because who's to say like I would have gotten in the class and then I would have even been interested in finishing it, which I feel that I would have. But you want somebody to lay down with you, Gary Coleman? Are you serious? So anyway, girl, that was basically like, that's why I never took the class. Anyway, y'all, just be careful out there, because like I said, it is spin the block season. I had one that spun the block a couple of days ago, and girl, when I tell you, he was so corny the way that he did it. So he basically, I get a message from somebody, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. Who is this? And he was like, this Jamal. I was like, from where? Like, so then instead of him just saying, you know, oh, we went out a couple of years ago, he gonna send me his Instagram. And so I clicked on it because I recently went back on Instagram so I clicked on it and I was able to see. And girl, I don't know why, but the minute I clicked on that picture, I just got spooky vibes. It just, I don't know, it just gave me the heebie-jeebies or whatever. And so anyway, he was like, do you remember me? Do you remember me? And I was like, yeah, I do now. And he was like, well, I'm gonna be in Houston for a week or whatever. I was thinking we could go to lunch. And then I told him, I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested. Like, this is the guy that I went out with. And this was such a long time ago. I think this was like right before the pandemic. And we went out. And I think we went to, he took me to Eddie V's. And girl, we get to Eddie V's. He was like, we're going to go. Would you like to meet me for a drink? And I was like, okay, that's fine or whatever. And so, girl, we get there. And most of the time, if a guy say, do you want to meet me for a drink? They will typically, it doesn't matter if you get some food or whatever. So, girl, I ordered me a lemon drop. And then I was about to order me something to eat because it was these two little young football players or whatever, girl. They was on a date. They both had dates, girl. Y'all, they was ordering so much food on that menu. They literally ordered one of everything on the menu. So I was kind of getting hungry and that food was looking good. So anyway, I started to order me something to eat and he was just like, I invited you here for a drink. And then I was like, okay. So the date was pretty much over after that. And so anyway, he walked me to my car and he gonna ask me, can I get a kiss? And I was like, sir, if you have to ask, you already know what the answer is. And so that was pretty much it or whatever. And it's like, so anyway, when he sent me the text message, he was like, I don't know if I told y'all this already, but I blocked his ass, girl. Cause he was like, yeah, I was going through my phone the other day and I was looking for somebody else's number and then I saw yours. And I was just thinking to myself, you are so corny. Now he looked like, girl, y'all, he looked like Swole Busta Rhymes, girl. Heavy on the Busta, light on the rhymes. But anyway, so girl, yeah, he was like, I was just thinking to myself, the fact that you told me you was actually looking for somebody else's number and then you found mine. Wait a minute, let me do that again. The fact that you told me you was looking for somebody else's number and you found mine, that's enough to make me say, hell no, which is exactly what I didn't say, hell no. I just said I'm not interested and I blocked them. But anyway, baby, the men's are out on the prowl. They trying to have you laid low and spread it wide for some modules to some software. They trying to get you to go to dinner and not eat dinner but have a drink and waste your time, girl. They out here, y'all be careful because they on the prowl. But anyway, oh my God.
Does not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I didn't sit up here and told y'all all my business. You know, I be trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? I be trying to be careful about what I be telling y'all and stuff. But you know, I'm getting too comfortable with y'all. But anyway, girls, I guess I'm about to finish eating my Rice Krispie treat. I'm gonna chill for the night. And then we're going to wake up in the morning and do it all over again, girls. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Big bag. Yeah, my bag is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big bag has no room. Big bag. 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 Might just eat a Big Mac. Might just order DoorDash. Big bag. Big bag. Big bag. Big bag. Big bag. Big bag. Yeah. Hey, can we run that back?
Drop the beat.
Yeah, my bag is loaded up with snacks